master builder, the right person, to basically do this training. And then, no other, and then, my great friend, mentor, business partner, and, brother, Mr. Dago Zuniga. So, please take it from here, my brother.
Hey, Julian, thank you for the introduction. Thank you for setting the tone. And I appreciate you guys being on here. I see Norberto on here. Nia, I missed you the other day you walked in, but good to see you on. Juan Carlos, man, keep up the great work. I mean, this guy has been nonstop. And the thing about people that are having success, it just doesn't happen overnight. And it's what you do behind the scenes when no one is watching you. It's you working on your craft. And one thing about Juan Carlos is one of the most hardest working individuals I've ever met in my life. And I'm so happy to see, Juan Carlos, that you're putting consistency. And that consistency in this business has shown it's compounded. I mean, he's one of the top players as well, one of the top producers in the business when it comes to helping educators with their 403 markets. But what I've seen is a shift this year in your focus on the building of the business, which I want to just give a recognition and kudos to you publicly, because it takes a focus and a level of discipline to really put your attention and energy on building your organization. So great job for leading from the front on that. I know you got a superstar that's emerging with Gabby. I'm looking forward to seeing Carlos. Happy to have you here on a Tuesday. I'm looking forward to see what you and your significant other do with the business. David, awesome for seeing you guys. Gabby, Heidi, of course, our rock star Heidi. Carlos Dieguez, shout out for you being on here as well. Jonathan, I know that you guys you and your wife had a fast start today with Julian. So we're literally on it right now. This is a turning point, I believe, for the company. It's a very special time. There's a lot of things that are brewing. Oh, by the way, see Carolina and their husband. Todo bem? I'm trying to speak Portuguese. I saw this is like United Nations here, and I love it. I love this energy here. We are the change. I mean, if you were to look at the industry and you see the print, the imprint that they have right now, most folks are, older, Caucasian. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but we don't fit the mold of the industry, guys. And I love that because we're crushing it. Because people with our backgrounds need us desperately. And they need people they could trust. They need good people. They need guidance. And we could be that company that's that most trusted company they could go to. And so all we ask of you is to give your best foot forward and plant your flag deep, make a total commitment for your future. Because for you see, this is the God honest truth. Difference is so much bigger than us. Difference is not about me. Uh, it's not about Julian. It's not about Carolina. We're working our hearts out to fulfill a vision of a company that's going to be not only nationwide, but it's going to be a global impacting company. And I truly believe that with all my heart. There's some things that we're working on diligently, and it's now more clear than ever. I mean, literally, when you look at the history, Julian, I was thinking about it, and as we're even discussing it earlier today, people don't see all the hard work. People don't see the setbacks. People don't see the hundreds of thousands of dollars literally that have been invested into this company. They don't see the relationships that we had to earn and fight for to get positioned to where we're at. We had to pretty much um, get the respect that we have to this day because we put the results to back it up. We honored our commitments. We're a company that is transparent, that is honest, that we're not gonna blow no smoke and mirrors on anybody. We're gonna call it straight. The type of person and the type of leadership that I am is I'm a very direct, firm person. I'm gonna show you how to do it. I'm not gonna fluff it. I know some people could get rubbed a little, wrong, but man, I'll rather you get rubbed the wrong way a little bit, but love me later and be like, you know what, that was true. Because if it takes to win, to be at this level of performance and you challenging yourself to really push yourself uphill, I'm not gonna say, hey, you're doing good when you're not really giving it your best effort. I'm gonna say, hey, let's make these adjustments, but hey, step it up on your effort. Show up, show up to win, show up to really play ball. And that's the attitude that I want us to bring forward. I want people that are hungry, that are willing to fight for their dreams. We can't fight it for you. I can't want it more than you want it for yourself. Julian can't do that. I mean, you could put people in front of us, and that's awesome. But at the end of the day, our ultimate goal is that you become the most successful version of you. And the results will show up in your life. And it'll show up in your bank account. It'll show up in the lifestyle that you live. It'll show up in the smile that you carry, the energy that you carry throughout your day, the way that you puff your chest when you're walking down the street, the way you dress. I mean, it will show up in your life, and you don't even have to say a word. A lot of you also have naysayers like I do. I still have naysayers. I love it. I love when I get challenged because you know what? I'm just gonna put you on my carne asada list. I'm gonna prove you wrong, and later I'll invite you to my barbecue, and it's okay. Then you could be walking around checking out the house, checking out the place. You could be checking out my lifestyle on Instagram, and be like, oh, when does he ever work? Here's what's gonna happen, guys. Some of you guys are doing it for your family, and your family are gonna be the toughest people, and it hurts. Trust me, I know it hurts. It hurts, but you know what? It's okay. You know how you shut up your competition? Through making it happen and having success in your life, having more and more success. This company right now, I feel we're an underdog. People don't know what's happening behind the backgrounds, but yet we're killing it. We're not supposed to be doing it, but we're crushing it. We are. And in spite of, again, like I was mentioning, the challenges, when you look at the history, it is a stacking on top of stacking on top of stacking. And guess what? Those efforts and those thousands of dollars and the thousands of hours and everything that we invest is compounding, and it's compounding, and it's compounding. And I feel that right now we're finally positioned and we're attracting the right caliber of people. And it only takes 2 to 3 people to really cause an explosion. It really does. Trust me on that one. You don't, you may think right now, oh my gosh, it seems like it's so much further ahead. It doesn't. You're literally one recruit away from an explosion. And I never really used to understand that philosophy of that, but it's so damn true. You don't know who that next person you tap and ask them if they're interested. You don't know how bad they want it. You don't know what they're made out of. You don't know if it's that one door that you knock that says, you know what, I'm not interested right now, but come back and follow up with me months from now. And you follow up, and then all of a sudden, boom, someone they inherited money. I don't know, whatever. I go down all these long lists of people that I was driving to that were maybe an hour or two away. I didn't want to go there. I was tired. I was like, man, I hope they cancel the appointment. And it was some of the best appointments that were the most memorable, the most fulfilling, and the most rewarding when you just show up, when you play it when it hurts. When you don't want to, shut that little voice off and you just keep moving forward. Every single day, guys, every single day, you should be battling and fighting for every single inch of progress that's leading you towards your goals and dreams. That's just the bottom line. And that's all I literally expect of you. I have that expectation of you. When you come on this team right here and you're wearing the difference jersey, that's your jersey. You are the brand. This is your future. This is about helping you achieve your goals, your dreams, and helping you reach financial freedom. And some people may say, I don't know, it's not about the money. Yes, it's about the money because the money is the results. If you care about helping families, you're going to make more money. So if you're like, oh, I'm about helping families, but where's the money? That means you're not helping families. You're not being true and in an alignment with your word. So to me, when I look at those results, it's because you're truly being honest with your word, and you're making it happen. You're seriously making it happen. I see Susana coming on. Thank you for joining us. So what I want to do today is I want to share with you a concept that we haven't really talked about in a very long time. We've been so consumed with the nut and bolts of products, but here's the God honest truth. And I'm gonna actually I'm not gonna draw it, but I'm gonna just draw this real quick on a white screen. I have to share this with you. There's 4 quadrants to this business. There's 4 quadrants to this business. And you just need to always have this in mind as you're building a business. There's 4 quadrants, and I'm not going to talk about Robert Kiyosaki. I'm talking about the 4 quadrants of the fuel that really glues, that has the glue that holds us together completely with the vision, with the common vision of why when we talk about system, what that means. I don't want you to become intimidated when we talk about the word system. It's not some scary thing or abstract thing that it's not real. It is as real as a heart attack. It is so dead real that if I strongly believe in this manual, that everything, the blueprint to building a successful difference agency, if I blindfolded you right now and I wrap this around you like this and we parachuted you in some random state, if you literally followed the system to a T, if you followed it, you can build a successful empire, a successful business that could lead to multiple 6 figures to 7 figures, and even in the multiples, if you follow this system. So here's the thing that's the heart of this. That's the number one thing that we all forget. And you need to constantly be reminding yourself, touching these things. And the D represents the dream. What's your vision for your life? Don't be pushing this on to other people, depending on others to have that vision for you or the dream for your life. That's a flat out lame excuse. What's your vision for your life? Because the difference vision is so big that it encompasses all your dreams. Right now, whatever dream you have, I promise you, once you get to that, imagine taking yourself there right now. Now you're standing in that dream as you're envisioning this. Now take yourself to the next dream. What is that going to be like? What would that even feel like? Trust me, guys, there's going to be dreams that are going to become just a normal part of your life. And you're thinking, gosh, some of you, like if I were, like I was when I first got started, man, if I could just make $500. I know what you're thinking. I know how you're feeling. I know the struggle. I know the sacrifice. But you have to keep feeding yourself the dream. Go touch that car that you really like. Go check out that house you were like. I love the conversation we had today, Carolina. I love that you're thinking, since you got it with difference, your vision had been stretched. Once your vision is stretched and you're around people that are living at a higher level, living at a lifestyle that you want to live like, or you start touching those things that you really, it's a scary feeling, guys. I know how it is. It's kind of scary because you're thinking inside, can this be possible for me? Is that true or not true? You start feeling, can this really happen for me? You know, I love the conversations even with Heidi that I had just last week. You know, I remember when she said, man, I was living in a closet practically as a single mother. And now she owns multiple homes and she's living a nice lifestyle with sleeping money. What I call sleeping money is your money is paying you every single month, whether you work or not. That was a sacrifice on its own. She had to have that dream that drove her to sacrifice and pay the price. Other people only wish they had, but she paid the price, but she stayed true to that dream. She still has dreams. That's why she's here. I mean, we could go down the list with all of you. The dream is alive in you, but you have to keep adding fuel to the flame. You got to keep keeping that fire alive, because you're going to have struggles. You're going to have challenges. You're going to have naysayers. You're going to have setbacks. You're going to have things that are going to hit you so hard, boom, that it's going to sideswipe you like you can't even imagine. And I hate to say that, but I'm telling you, the God honest truth. And that's when you're going to be truly tested. How bad do you really want it? And when that happens to you, when you start to get challenged, that's because you're finally beginning to climb uphill. That's because you're finally starting to forge into the character and the type of person that you need to become so that you could be deserving of that dream to happen in your life. Now, I know you may be thinking that, I know you're just kind of giving me rhetoric. You're just trying to rah-rah me. No. And if you're thinking that, then you really need to hear this, because it's not about that. This is the thing that keeps us with moving forward with purpose. And if you don't have that vision for yourself, then borrow ours for now as you figure it out. The next thing is C, which is the crusade. Our crusade is really truly making a difference in people's lives. Now, what does that exactly mean? Now, we do it in a very, very simple way. We educate people, we empower them, we give them options, we give them choice, we give them solutions that are truly the best thing for them. We're not married to any one company. We're not married to one specific strategy. I'm not trying to just sell you a specific type of product and say this is the only one, a one size fits all. No, everything's tailor-made to fit that individual family. We want the families to feel like, wow, like I owe you something. What can I give you? How many of you guys as field trainers, and you could raise your hand, have experienced this before when you say, oh my gosh, I really like this, and the family's like trying to give it to you, and you're like, no, don't give it to me, because they feel like they owe something to you. How many of you guys have sat in an appointment where you see the family tear up? If you haven't experienced that, you haven't done enough appointments, where they're tearing up because they finally feel like they finally have a shot to live a future, or to have a future with some type of dignity. You know what I mean? Because Social Security is not going to be there. Definitely you can't depend on the government. It's so evident now more than ever. You can't be waiting for a stimulus package or some check. There's just no flipping away. So we have to champion the cause of helping people see the light and pay themselves first and discipline themselves. In other words, we need to have more conviction than people's addiction, period. The next thing is the system, and this has to do more with the business. We have a system, and if you haven't read it, shame on all of us, because I haven't done a great job as a coach to push you guys to really master the system. I mean, literally, this is the one thing that I could honestly point back to, that when I first got in the industry, I said, you know what? I'm gonna shut up this little voice, and I'm just gonna flat out be a student of this business. I'm gonna make a total commitment to master it and to live it, and not to skip any step and not to recreate the wheel. I'm gonna be the perfect copycat, but I'm gonna be the copy worth being copied, because ultimately at the very end, guess what? I want to be able to attract people that are gonna follow my lead, they're gonna follow my example. Heidi set the pace for the company this year. And because she set the pace for the company, guess what? She's setting the future pace for her business. She's setting the future example for the new people that comes on board with her. Guess what? Juan Carlos leveraged that, brought in a new person that was hungry, but challenged her the right way and showed, hey, this is what Heidi did in this amount of time. And guess what Gabby did? Boom, she got after him, was trying to get this done within a week. Julian, did she get it done in a week, or how many days was it? 5 days. 5 days did her first 10 field trainings, her first 5 days. So my challenge to you, Carlos, and your wife or your fiance, can you get this done in that first week? Can you meet that challenge? Can you be a 7-day or a 5-day contender and get your field training out of the way? See, repetition is the mother of all things. And this system is pretty much this: the rapid repetition of simple things, and these simple systems that we have, the simple 6 steps, the simple 8-speed filter system, will lead to an inevitable explosion. But you have to be willing to discipline yourself, not to analyze it, not to overthink it. In other words, to stay confused and stumble forward. And all that means to me is, don't overthink it. Just keep taking action. If you fall down, you'll pick up. We're right there to guide you. We're there to make sure to coach you and to make sure to course correct, but you keep taking those steps. The system is not personality driven. That's why there's a system, because it's not going to be based on your personality, because anybody from any background can do it. And guess what I'm going to share with you next? That's the other key component, that I want you to capture something. Did I make the P look like this? Did I make the P look like that? No. What did I do? I made the P like this. Why? And this is the biggest mistake we all make. And this is the biggest mistake that I'm going to call myself as a leader, that we made for too long here at this company. We got too smart for our own good. We got too sophisticated. You know, a lot of people saw me making, 6-figure plus a month just on freaking helping a couple clients. That was too much of the example. A lot of people came in here and made 40,000, 30,000 the first month, 20,000 the first month, and they thought they were rock stars. But that was wrong, because that was just one client. That was just 2 apps. That was just a couple people. Guess what? If you're not feeding the pipeline, if you're not feeding the system, eventually you'll go into a drought. If you're not really a professional at doing this part, guess what? Products come and go. They change. Rules change. Compliance change. That is not what's going to help you be the most successful you. That is not what's going to make you free. Because every single day you will be having to hit the pavement to try to create sales. And I promise you, it's a whole lot easier to help somebody, share with them an opportunity, and challenge them to step up and go after their dreams, than it is to sell them a 30, 40-year plan. Well, I mean, you're going to help a lot of people. Yes, you're going to become an expert. Yes, you're going to know about life insurance. Yes, you're going to know about retirements. But that's not going to be the key to helping you create the lifestyle that you want to create. When I say lifestyle, when I say dream, it's what you want your ideal life to look like. That's what I mean by that. I hope you got some value out of this. I hope you could feel that I'm fired up about this, because I really am. And I hope that you feel it. I hope you feel my conviction and my belief over this flipping screen, because right now I wish I could shake everybody and say, wake up, we need to hit it harder. We need to step up and even run faster. We need to be doing this a lot bigger. We need to be voicing this out and magnifying it a lot bigger than we are. And that's what you could expect and count on us here at this leadership moving forward. Difference is a company that it wasn't just started yesterday. So we are ready to hit the ground and explode this thing and just be ready for an awesome ride. And I'm just fired up about our future.